A tragic turn of events that has shaken the Duggar family and fans worldwide. Jessa Duggar, Seawald's newborn baby, has been admitted to the hospital in critical condition. Known for her calm strength and deep faith, Jessa has always been a pillar of stability in the Duggar clan. But this heartbreaking moment has brought even her to her knees and left Michelle Duggar, the matriarch of the family, completely devastated. Let's walk through what we know, what's been said, and how this emotional journey is unfolding for one of America's most well-known families. A quiet birth, a sudden emergency. Just weeks ago, Jessa shared the joyful news of her baby's arrival. After a previous miscarriage in 2022 and a difficult journey through grief and recovery, this baby felt like a miracle, a blessing after the storm. Fans were expecting updates, baby photos, and the sweet firsts we're used to seeing from the Seawald family. But instead, silence followed the birth announcement. Until now. On June 2nd, Jessa posted a quiet black and white photo on her Instagram story, a baby blanket tucked around tiny fingers with medical tubing visible in the corner. The caption: a simple, heart-wrenching sentence. Please pray. We're in the hospital. It's serious. What we are aware of regarding the condition of the baby, despite the fact that Jessa and her husband Ben Seawald have not disclosed any specific medical information, a number of reliable sources have confirmed that the infant was taken to Arkansas Children's Hospital after exhibiting symptoms of respiratory distress and infection. It has been stated that the newborn, whose name has not yet been made public, is currently receiving treatment in the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit NICU, where medical professionals are working hard to stabilize the baby's breathing and immune response. An individual with knowledge of the issue has described it as extremely fragile. Jessa has never been discharged from the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. It is a chair that she is sleeping in next to the crib. The insider was quoted as saying, "She is praying all the time. She has reached a point of emotional and physical exhaustion." An emotional breakdown that Michelle Duggar experienced. As someone who has already given birth to 19 of her own children and who now has over 20 grandchildren, Michelle Duggar was slammed with this news more forcefully than anyone could have anticipated. Michelle Duggar, who is now 58 years old, has always been in the center of the Duggar family as the soft-spoken glue. On the other hand, a friend of the family claims that she completely broke down when she learned the severity of the disease experienced by her new granddaughter. When Michelle discovered out, she broke down in tears. The insider stated that she continued saying, "Not another one. Not again." Over and over again. The entire time since then, she has been by Jessa's side. In light of the fact that the Duggar family has been through a number of calamities in recent years, including miscarriages, health concerns, and family rifts that have caused everyone to experience a profound emotional toll, this observation is particularly striking. In the midst of adversity, this moment is being characterized as a test of faith for a family that is so deeply ingrained in the strong Christian beliefs that they maintain. Although Jessa is known to post Bible verses and prayers on her various social media sites on a regular basis, she has been very quiet during this period. On her Instagram story, she merely shared a single verse which said, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you," the third verse of Psalm 56. Additionally, it has been claimed that churches all around the state of Arkansas have planned prayer chains and vigils. Her friends and fans are sending her an overwhelming number of words of support. Heartline was told by a friend of the Duggar family that they have a strong belief in miracles. Although they are not given up hope, it is a battle that they are fighting both physically and spiritually. Ben Seawald's role in the process. It has been said that Ben, Jessa's husband and the silent anchor in their relationship, has performed the role of a rock throughout the experience. In addition to remaining by Jessa's side, he has been keeping in close contact with the medical professionals, providing the Duggar family with updates, and making an effort to maintain a consistent environment for their other children at home. There are 4 children in the Seawald family: Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, and Fern, all of whom are younger than 9 years old. Michelle Duggar and the other members of the Duggar family have taken over the responsibility of caring for the children while their parents are confined to the hospital. Ben has not been active on social media, but he has urged his friends to pray for him in private, asking them to pray for healing, pray for strength, and pray for peace. The siblings take over here. Given the current state of affairs, the bigger Duggar family has arrived in full force to confront the situation. It was observed that Jill, Joy, Anna, and Jana took separate trips to the hospital in an effort to show their support for Jessa while still maintaining a low profile. This was done in response to the extreme public scrutiny that the family frequently experiences. They are utterly devastated. A friend of the family confirmed that it was all of them. Even the siblings who disagree with Jim Bob are putting everything else on hold in order to focus on this. As a result of the baby's condition, the hospital only allows a limited number of visitors. However, Michelle, Jill, and Ben's parents have been granted special permission to visit for brief periods of time. Responses from fans and their support. A surprising amount of solidarity has emerged within the Duggar fan group in the midst of this crisis. Over the course of the years, the Duggar fan community has transitioned from being devoted supporters to more critical observers. Even those who have been critical of the family for a long time are expressing their condolences on social media platforms such as Reddit, Facebook, and Instagram. A few of the comments made by fans include the following. No matter what you think of the Duggars, no parent deserves this heartache. Jessa came across as a kind mother from the beginning. My soul aches for her with sorrow. We are praying for that adorable infant. Journeys through the NICU are no laughing matter. After only a few hours had passed after the news of Jessa's hospitalization became public, the hashtag #PrayForJessa started trending on Instagram stories and Twitter immediately. The emotional burden that sorrow and motherhood impose on you. When it comes to heartbreak, Jessa is no stranger. In the year 2022, she disclosed to the general public the emotional impact that a tragic miscarriage had on her through her openness. In an open and honest manner, she discussed her feelings of loss and uncertainty, as well as how she turned to her faith in order to make sense of everything. In a previous video that she uploaded to YouTube, she stated, "I do not believe that God causes pain, but I do believe that He uses it. Sometimes we are only provided with solace rather than answers. Moreover, that ought to be sufficient. This same strength is being put to the test once more, but this time it is considerably more personal. It is her newborn child, her miraculous baby, and her hope after experiencing a tremendous amount of heartbreak. Do you plan to address this matter in public?" It is not clear whether Jessa and Ben will disclose this portion of their journey to the public or how they will do so. It is very evident that Jessa has established a boundary with regard to certain intimate topics, despite the fact that she maintains a modest YouTube channel and periodically gives updates on her life. If and when she decides to tell her narrative, however, it will most likely be on her own terms, and it will be a very emotional experience for her. Hope is being held onto by a family. According to people familiar with the hospital, the infant is still in critical but stable condition as of today. The Seawalds and the Duggars have not provided any new information in the past 48 hours, and fans are continuing to hold their breath in anticipation of information. In that hospital room, the sight of Michelle Duggar, who was holding Jessa's hand as her eyes were swollen from crying, is one that will remain in the minds of many people. It serves as a reminder that, despite the media attention, the controversy, and the renown that has been garnered on television, this is still a mother, a grandma, and a family that is battling for one precious, vulnerable